Hi guys, so this is a little bit of a personal one and a little bit of an urgent video. So trying to do the monthly videos for YouTube and the blogs that go with them, so people can read and listen and watch and do what they need. So this is a story about a friend of mine who became a friend after he was a teacher and an inspirational character and a mentor and a colleague, and then we became friends. John Gibson. And I got a call, a text message, and then a call back in 2019 and about John and his family. And I knew John from 1993 when I was a final year dental student, and he returned to Glasgow Dental School after having done medicine. He was a lecturer in oral medicine. So I remember going to John's house with a friend of mine during that time. We'd stopped off somewhere, and I remember seeing the toys for his kids that were playing around, and it was way before I had kids, and thinking, gosh, this is carnage, and thinking the young children in the house. And I always remember that image. And I remember him bringing his wife to a charity ball that we had when we were students, and then our paths separated, but we kept in touch for various different things. He was a great help to me in difficult times. And I got a message in 2019 to say that his eldest son, Cameron, had taken his own life, horrendously, suddenly, with no explanation that the family could find out, in devastating circumstances. And it rocked so many people because it was so unexpected and so difficult. And I can only imagine how terrible that was for the family. And you may have been touched by something like this within your own life. You may be aware of people who are struggling. You may have seen it happen. I hope not, but it's possible. And so the long and the short of it is that through the process since 2019, and John was at our clinic speaking only a matter of weeks before that happened. And since then, John and Isabel have decided to try to make a difference in that world, and have launched a charity, which we have the details for, which are on the video, the Canmore Trust. And so what John's going to do is he's going to walk with Isabel from Land's End to John O'Groats to launch the charity. So on the 12th of May, he's going to do a webinar to talk about it, and that will be very emotive and very honest, as John always is. And I think it's definitely something that we should all pay attention to, because I don't think in the current circumstances anybody's untouched by difficulties like this. Certainly difficulties of wellness and mental health and anxiety and sadness is so visible everywhere that we need to help as many people as we can. And so there is also going to be a big event in November, on the 4th of November, a dental wellness event in Glasgow, which more details will follow about. And I was asked if I would do a little talk on that. And so I'm thinking about that a lot, and what we might talk about in terms of how we try to look after our team here. And the thing, I'm going to send this to John. This is a book called Talking to Strangers, and it has a chapter in it. It's by Malcolm Gladwell, and it has a chapter by the author about the poet Sylvia Plath, who was the partner of Ted Hughes, a very famous poet in the 1960s. And Sylvia Plath took her own life, and it describes and discusses things around that subject beautifully well, and around many other subjects beautifully. And so I'm going to try and frame what I talk about in November about experiences I've had in trying to look after our team here and trying to look after myself. But the most important thing about this is that some people who will watch this will be touched by this. And so the details of John's webinar are attached here. And click it and come and see it. It won't take an awful lot of time out of your life. And it might be a massive help to you, but even probably more important to that, it might be a massive help to somebody you know or love. And I think that's probably a starting point for all of us in the circumstances and in the times that we find ourselves. And I hope that you'll come along, and I hope that you'll try and come to Glasgow, and I hope that you'll think that John's trust in memory and recognition of who Cameron was will be something that touches your heart and something that you feel you can contribute to. So maybe see you on Wednesday, and maybe see you in Glasgow.